Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the Fleegle Heel from start to finish. This is a video in my Start to Finish series where I walk you through step by step a knitting technique. In this video, then, I will be walking you through the Fleegle Heel. I'll provide chapters in the video, so if you need to skip ahead, move to the relevant chapter, and feel free to speed up the video if we're at a spot that you don't need to see slow process. So the Fleegle Heel is a really great heel that is a short row heel, but provides a little more space in the heel apex to instep area and can be worked toe up or cuff down. You'll see it pretty frequently used toe up, however. Here's what this heel looks like when it is finished. And you use a series, when worked toe up, a series of increases to create that gusset area. And then the heel turn is a short row heel turn that spans the entire width of those gusset stitches. So it's a very long heel turn area. But that creates this more gentle angle and gives you a little more fabric in that really important heel apex to instep diameter. I've written directions for this sock sample on my blog, and so I will link to that in the description box below. Work the homework first, which is just cast on 40 stitches, work a little bit of 1x1 ribbing, and then work a few rounds in stockinette stitch. So I've worked my 20 instep stitches and I'm ready to begin my heel. If I'm using DPNs here, if you were using Magic Loop, you'll want to place some markers, and you want to place a marker on each side of the 20 heel stitches. So to begin this heel then, I've worked my instep stitches, like I said. So now we need to work a series of increases, and we're going to work them right here after our marker. So my space between my DPNs is acting as my marker for this side of my heel. So I want to do a right-leaning lifted increase. To do that, you find the stitch below the stitch on the left-hand needle and lift the right leg of that stitch, put it up there on the left needle, and then knit into it. And then I'm going to work across to the other side of the heel stitches. So, and my heel stitches are 20. So that's the first side of my heel. Let me move the camera. And now I'm on the other side of those heel stitches. So I will work to the last heel stitch, which is this one, and then I need to work a left leaning lifted increase. And the left leaning increase, you don't want to lift the leg of the stitch directly below the stitch on the needle, because that is you're just going to make a hole because we've already worked into that stitch. We want to find the stitch 2 rows below the stitch on our needle and lift up the left leg and knit into it like so. And now with this heel, we're creating the gussets, so we're still working all the way around all of our stitches. So now I need to work all the way around my instep and do a plain round. So I need to knit all the way around my sock. So my beginning of the round is here at the side of the instep. So this will be round 2, just knitting all the way around. All right, I'm ready for my round 3, which is an increase round. So first I need to knit across my instep stitches, my 20 instep stitches in this pattern. Now I'm back to my heel stitches and I need to work a lifted, a right leaning lifted. So I lift that stitch up and knit into it and then work across to the last heel stitch. Then work that left lifted. So I find the stitch below, stitch on the needle, and then the stitch below that, and lift that left, oops, that left leg up and knit it. Now I'm at the beginning of my round again, and I need to knit a plain round all the way around. We're going to repeat these for this pattern until we have 58 total stitches, 38 on the heel. Now we're ready to increase again here. I'm back at my heel stitches. I'm going to lift that stitch up. Last heel stitch and then lift left leg. Now a plain round. Now another increase round, but first I need to work my instep stitches. Check my increases. I need to have 9 on each side, and so I begin with 10 stitches on each needle. So I now have 13. So 6 more increases need to be made.
So, 1,
increase round. First, the instep stitches. Another plain round. Now another increase round. I have 4 more increase rounds to go. Okay, this is my last increase round. So I'll work a lifted increase here. And since I'm on double pointed needles, I want 19 stitches on each of these heel double points. So this last increase gets me 19 on this needle. And one last increase on this side. But for this heel, we need one more plain round. I want to end with a plain knit round. So I'll knit one more round. Now for our heel turn, we're going to work around to the center bottom of the heel. So I have the center bottom of the heel in between these two DPNs. If you're working magic loop, you'll want to take those 38 heel stitches and place a marker in the center of those. So this first round, we're going to work around to that center bottom of the heel. And begin working our heel turn. So there's the instep stitches. Now I'll work across this to the center bottom of the heel. And we will start our short rows to turn this heel. So I'm going to work 2 stitches past that center, and then a slip, slip, knit, or an SKP. I work my slip, slip knits like an SKP. So I slip one knitwise, knit the next one, pass the slip stitch over, and then knit one, and then turn. And one of the nice things about this heel is because it's a heel turn, basically, the decreases are what close the gaps for our short rows, so we don't have to do any kind of special short row method. So now on the wrong side, we'll slip one purlwise, purl to 2 stitches past the center. So I'm going to purl to the end of this DBN, and then purl 2 stitches on this one, and then purl 2 together, and then purl 1 and turn. Now we're going to repeat a set of steps of rows, right side, slip 1 purlwise, knit to 1 stitch before the gap, right there is my gap, so I will knit to 1 stitch before it, and then do an SSK across the gap, and knit 1 and turn. And then I'm going to slip 1 purlwise, purl across to 1 stitch before the gap, so purl to the center of the heel, purl to 1 stitch before the gap, right there, purl 2 together across that gap, and purl 1 and turn. We're going to do this until all of those stitches in this heel have been worked, ending with a wrong side row. end of those on the right side. Shall turn, slip one purlwise, purl across. One stitch before the gap, close the gap with the purl two together, purl one, and turn. There should be 11 stitches on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 stitches here, 11 stitches here. So I still have 2 extra stitches, but the heel has been turned like so. And now we will begin working in the round again and get rid of those last 2 stitches by working a slip one, knit across to 1 stitch from the end of the heel, now I need to work an SSK, but since I'm using DPNs, the other foot stitch isn't there. So let me slip this one purlwise, and actually I'm going to slip it purlwise to this instep needle, and then work an SSK, slip, slip, knit right there to get rid of that last stitch in the heel, and then I'm going to knit to 1 stitch from the end of the instep. And again, I'm going to slip that stitch. Actually, I'm going to slip the heel stitch to this DPN, and I need to work a knit 2 together with that last heel stitch and the last instep stitch, like so, and then knit to the bottom of the heel. And we are back to our original stitch count. So if we're saying this is toe up, toe is down here, and there is the back of our heel, like so. Or if you worked this cuff down, then the cuff is up here. That is the bottom of the heel. So either way works. Usually it is toe up, however. So we're now ready to begin the cuff. And that is the back of the heel. So that is all of the steps needed to work a Fleegle heel. So that was a Fleegle heel worked from start to finish. Let me know if you give this heel a try and what you think of it. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.